You damn crotch sniffer. That looks like Smeagol. Sorry, you don't win anything. Pittsburgh got gayed out. What? Aliens are fake and gay. Welcome everybody to ArkanSanity. This is episode 23. We got some raw milk here. Straight out the tap. That's to celebrate like true cowboys. I thank y'all for tuning in. Also got this new shotgun, Henry lever action 410. I just feel a lot safer with this gun sitting in my lap the whole podcast. So I'll just do that. All right. Hey, this show is about faith, farming, fighting, really all types of stuff that I like to talk about, even world news. I think y'all will be thoroughly entertained. If you're new to the show, thank you so much. The best thing you can do to help me out is comment, like, subscribe, and share. And this week we have something special for you. This is our first big giveaway. And the reason I'm doing this giveaway is because it was all the fight gear that I get. I just had a fight 2 weeks ago. Thank you to everybody who watched, supported, prayed for me. I really feel y'all's overwhelming sense of love every time I fight. I can't help but to feel absolutely loved by y'all. And I absolutely love y'all too. And that's why I'm doing this giveaway. I have tons of these clothes. I've got a dozen something UFC fights, and every time you fight, they give you these clothes. The giveaway is going to be on July 4th. It's just going to be for one random member. We're just going to put all the members' names. I think there's 20 something right now. We're going to put your names in a bag, and we just draw it out. Boom, giveaway. And it's a shirt, multiple shirts actually. Here's a video of it. That shirt is the most special one because I wore it to the weigh-ins. I cut the sleeves off, modified it for you. It's tactical now. I'm also going to sign that shirt because it was my favorite thing in the whole box. I'm going to sign it with the silver Sharpie for you. There's also a long sleeve shirt next to it. It's like a Under Armour workout shirt. Hey, those are the undies I fought in, and I didn't wash them either. So when you get them, just know if you're going to display them or whatever, you don't have to wash them. But if you're going to wear them, I would definitely wash them. There's also 2 other clean undies underneath those. They're red and blue camo. So 3 pairs of undies. Pretty cool. One more shirt to the left of that. It's a, I'm sorry, there's actually 2 more shirts. One's short sleeve stretchy, one is long sleeve, more kind of like polyester / cotton mixed. I do like the long sleeve shirts. They are very nice. And then there's these things, I guess they call them spats these days. You know what? On a cold day, I will wear those under my jeans. I'll wear whatchamacallit, skitties. Some of them long skitties, and then I'll put some of those over them skitties. And then I'll put some jeans on if it's real cold. But those are nice. And there's 2 pairs of gym shorts. And the gym shorts have the pockets in them. And all of this stuff is the Venom, which sponsors the UFC. So all this is Venom gear. And all you got to do to win the giveaway is just be a member. So if you have a membership, you might win the giveaway. And if you don't win this giveaway, you might win the next one. We're going to frequently do giveaways. Because we're so appreciative to have y'all tuning in. Also, by becoming a member, you get to see all sorts of stuff. There's Arkan Tales. That's one of my favorite categories. Fakest to fake news. There's some fishing, hunting coming up. All sorts of stuff, really. So thank y'all for tuning in, and I appreciate you. So on June 6th, I fought. It was an awesome fight. Very, very credible opponent. Actually, the opponent, Santiago Luna, was undefeated. Ended up getting a victory with a arm triangle in the 3rd round. I'm really happy to get a finish. It's been a little while since I had a finish, it feels like. So it feels great to get one, and it makes me want to do it again. I want to thank everybody that tuned in for the fight. It was a lot of work. It always is, but it was also so many memorable moments. It's hard to even put it all into words. First thing we do is we get into the mines, baby. Me and Kidron meet up and we go to the mines. And we're pretty much looking for any type of scraps, looking for gold, silver, anything. But hey, this time all we found was nails. But I'll tell you what, I was happy with them nails, and I would go back just for those nails. I'm serious when I tell you that those are some good nails. In fact, I think those nails are better than a lot of nails that are in the store today. And that right there is a nail that's perfectly straight that I'm holding up. Most of them are bent, and I'll put them in a vise and take a pair of fencing pliers and just bend them back straight. And then I can use them for my fencing projects, my barn projects. I've been using these nails like you would not believe. I mean, I probably got just shy of 500 of them from the mines. Definitely more than 400. That's the Hole of Death. That is the only mine that actually we could not go any further. Me and Kidron have finally met a beast that we were not ready to slay yet. So we regrouped. We're going to get a hand crank winch, and we're going to go back down there the Hole of Death. Oh, that was what Ghost Man just pulled up. That was a video of us going in the mines. That's from on the member section. I hope y'all check it out. It's so much fun. And next time I go to Vegas, I promise y'all another mine video. When you go into these old mines, it's incredible because people dug this stuff out by hand, and some of these things snake back for hundreds and hundreds of yards. And this one in particular had a rail cart system with all types of chutes from the left and from the right. And what's the bad part about it is that when they're done with these mines, because they're so extensive, I guess they don't want people getting back there living and actually stealing their work, expanding off of what they've dug hard for. So they just blow the holes. And so we never get to see the full extent of what it really was back there. So I always leave in amazement thinking, wow, what was this like before they blew off 90% of it? And like, for example, when we walked all the way to the back of this last mine that we went to, we found a box of dynamite that didn't have any dynamite in it. But this time we found a box from the Hercules company. Hercules was a dynamite company. So it's really cool to find like this historical stuff way in the back of a mine. Can't wait to go back. We also found a perfectly preserved glove, probably about 100 years old. Um, it's pretty awesome. Hey, this Hole of Death, let me tell y'all something about it real quick. So we go to look at it, and it's straight down. Well, after about 75 meters, it has a slight curve. But we have a 400-foot rope that we bring with us, and we threw 200 foot of that rope down with a light on the end of it. And it's a good light. It's a Q-beam light. And the light disappeared. And we didn't want to feed it no more rope because we were trying to hit the bottom. We didn't hit the bottom. It kept going. And we were afraid if we just kept feeding it rope, we were going to get snagged on something because the walls were kind of starting to turn. So we just pulled it back up at 200 feet. We're thinking about going back with the hand crank winch and just lowering down in there. And that is what you call the Hole of Death. And if we go down there, I'll let y'all know. Hey, I got to meet Bilal Muhammad. Man, he's so nice. And he had a really tough fight. I didn't get to see the full fight of his. But he is a tremendous, not only fighter, but his personality is why I love him so much, just because of who he is inside the cage and outside the cage. It was great to finally meet him. I'm a big fan. Also got to see my brother from another mother, Marcus McGee. I hadn't seen him since Abu Dhabi, and he's just a breath of fresh air, man. I can't tell you how much I love Marcus. And you know, we're both 135ers, and we've both fought on the last two cards together. I figured they were going to try to match me and Marcus. So after my fight, I said, hey, Marcus is the only guy I don't want to fight. I said, because we're brothers. People didn't believe me. People didn't believe that we were related. We got the same father. Hey, that's me and Marcus. We was hanging out in the sauna. We started rapping, man. We were playing some good music. rapping some good stuff, and we're just having a good time dancing. And dude, it was so refreshing to see Marcus because okay, this is the crazy part. First off, God puts us together in Abu Dhabi, and we met each other in the hotel lobby. Just walked right into each other, and I didn't know how great of a friend he was going to be when I first met him, and just instantly liked him. And then in Abu Dhabi, out of all the fighters that have access to the sauna at the hotel, only me and Marcus show up that morning. And so me and Marcus in the sauna cutting weight in Abu Dhabi, and we were some of the only Americans on the card. Anyways, that's probably why we were the only ones in the sauna. All these other Russians and stuff probably had their hookup at some different Abu Dhabi sauna. But anyways, me and Marcus used the hotel sauna, so that's where we really became great friends, is in the sauna cutting weight for our last fight. And we were just talking about God, and we were talking about life. We were talking about everything. And then, okay, this fight comes around, right? This is a year later. Same card again. See Marcus in the lobby again. What's up, brother? Deja vu. Then, morning of the weight cut, he comes into the sauna. He says, "Dang it, my scale is off by 0.8, my check scale that he had at his hotel." And so he said, "I'm not supposed to be in here. I'm supposed to be on weight already." And I said, "But brother, God wanted you in here this morning. That's why he brought us together again, just like he did last time." I said he wanted us brothers to have this before the fight, this connection, this spiritual experience, because being around a like-minded person like that before a battle, I can't tell you the amount of energy that it brings you, because fighting really is spiritual. It's mental, more so than it's physical. I know it is physical. We are physically beating each other up, but it is the will of the spirit of the man, and you have to have that. And moments like this strengthen and sharpen and refine a man's spirit and prepare it to fight. They give it something to fight for. So when I'm sitting here with Marcus and we're supposed to be tired and complaining and all of this, we're sitting in the sauna laughing, suffering together, enjoying it. And that's the beauty of it. And anyways, I enjoyed that. I enjoy every time I get to hang out with Marcus. That's my brother right there. We even had the same warm up area. We was warming up. And like I said, I wore that stuff for the fight. There's that shirt that I wore to the fight, warmed up in it and everything. So that's the outfit that's in the giveaway. Except the shoes. I'm keeping the shoes because I don't have any nice shoes. I did need those shoes. Oh, also got to see Strickland while I was at the PI cutting weight. The PI has a really nice section where you have an ice tub, like right behind me and Sean. There's an ice tub, and then where Sean's coach is standing right there behind my right shoulder. That's the cold tub. So there's hot tub, cold tub. Um, then there's a sauna, a steam room. I like the sauna, hot tub, and the cold tub. But if I had to pick, I would go just sauna. It's my number one favorite. Number two is cold plunge. I love that cold plunge. But man, I was praying over Sean because I feel like he's getting attacked in the media a bunch. And I just prayed that these demons would just leave him alone. That was the main thing, is I prayed the strength of God over him, protecting him, and that any demons couldn't harm him. And he really enjoyed it. And I really think that he believes in the prayer. I saw that picture, man. I know at 35 I don't look too good. But what's crazy is so that picture right there, that is the day, 2 days before I cut all the water out. So that's 2 days before. I look very lean, look great. You take the water away for 2 days, and that looks like Smeagol. But I tell you what, I rehydrated good. And at 35, I actually feel uh, kind of like just as good as I did at 45 because I've become much more efficient, and I feel great at 35. It's not something that's going to kill me, and I'm not going to sit here and say it's so enjoyable. I do it for fun, but I can do it, and I think I'll perform well. I think I'll actually perform better than my competitor from their weight cut because I have a lot of practice weight cutting. I feel I'm the best at cutting weight that I've ever been, and I think it's sadly such a huge part of the sport that it's going to be very important for my opponent to know how to cut weight to beat me at that weight class. And since I'm so good at it, I'm happy about it. Hey, what's up, Kidron? We're in the cage there together. Me and Kidron, we've been buddies since college, and neither of us were in the UFC when we met. And this is our first fight where actually he's filmed it. It's pretty crazy to have just your buddy filming your UFC fight. I mean, we were buddies before the UFC. You know, it's not. It's just very, very. It's a surreal experience, and then you got the whole crew there. You got TJ, Willie, Rolly, and Kidron's filming it. Hey man, that's a cool picture of me with the Jedi. I picked the blue lightsaber because that's just my color, man. And I really like Obi-Wan Kenobi too. I feel like that's who I am. I'm like the Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm like that OG that's been around. I'm trying to tell these youngsters, like, hey man, you gotta have the force. The force has gotta be strong with you, you know. And eventually, you know, I might get took out in one of these battles. Just like Obi-Wan Kenobi, but y'all know I'm still there in the spirit. I'm just telling you. Hey, the reason that this picture got made is because real life is starting to seem like Star Wars to me. And the force I'm talking about is the Holy Force, the Holy Spirit. Y'all got to be strong with that. Y'all got to believe that this evil empire, Babylon, is going to get took down, and just have patience and faith and endurance to the end. And the modern Christian, they got to see themselves like a Jedi, man, because seriously, um, that Holy Spirit is a power because of what it does to your will and your belief, your motivation. It is a power to have the Holy Spirit. And in the movie Star Wars, you know how they're saying, let the force be with you. It's the same thing. It's the force of the Spirit. So let the force of the Holy Spirit be with you, and you will be like a Jedi out here, okay, fighting evil. And hey, this is an arm triangle that I did on Santiago. It was like 8 seconds left in the third round, which is the last round. And I got really lucky to get the arm triangle. And because the opponent basically, because of his reaction, I was able to get it. He could have stopped it, but he wanted to engage and actually chose to took. He took the risk of the arm triangle. He knew he could feel it, that it was going to be there, but he took the risk anyways because he wanted to get out. And by taking the risk, it enabled me to get the trap. But what's nice about that is that the kid that I fought, he's only 21 years old, which is like a kid to me. I'm 31. I can't imagine doing what he's doing because at 21, that was my first UFC fight. It's his third, and I wasn't fighting guys that had that much experience. I'm just telling you, he took a huge step up in competition, and he didn't get hurt. Took a couple punches. I took a couple punches. He actually drew blood. My left eye right up in here got cut. Actually, I thought the stitches were dissolvable. Apparently, they're not, so I still got to pull these stitches out. I probably ought to do that today or tomorrow. So, fans were asking about something in the fight, and Ghostman wants to pull it up and see my reaction of it. Dude, when this happened in the fight, I was thinking, man, I got to get out of here right now, ASAP, because I had Jorge Masvidal in my head saying, "You damn crotch sniffer." And as soon as I heard Jorge say that, I was like, damn, I got to get out of here. This is not a good look. So I boogied out of there. And, you know, what's bad about that position for me is that he can use his feet to walk off the wall. And that's what kind of slows me down right there. Where it's in my best interest, just lay low and actually kind of turn him. I probably started turning him at some point or trying to. That's kind of my standard protocol. When I get stuck there, somebody, because really I prefer a side mount. So I'm trying to hold a side mount or a half guard, and they do the old flip-de-doo on bottom, and they try to walk a doodle up the cage. And so he did a flip-de-doo. And I said, oh no, he's going to try to do the walk a doodle. And shut down the walk a doodle. But it will work. I've been walk-a-doodled, and that's the last thing that you want to happen. And 5 years ago, he probably would have walk-a-doodled me. But, you know, I've seen enough flip-de-doos now that I shut him down when I can. And that's basically what happened in that position. Um, hey, here's some comments from some people. From Elena Jaffe. Hi, brother. Congrats on the win. Love from Iran. Love you too, brother. Lex Hooper, take your time, brother. That third round finish was epic, by the way. Thank you, Lex. Torque 111. What's up, brother? Congrats on the win and the smokers, brother. Thank you so much. He must have seen me smoking that meat. Yeah, I had a huge barbecue right before this fight. I smoked like 100 pounds of ground beef and brisket. It was so delicious. Thank y'all for watching all of it. It's been a very eventful couple weeks. There's a bunch of stuff going on the farm, especially since this last fight. Hey, first things first on this farm, okay? I've had to start a new fence. You can see an existing fence, that little corner fence there. I painted it black. It's been there for a little while. Well, I'm fencing off a new pasture, which is the pasture right next to it, and I've started a gate to extend off of it and the rest of the fence row. Well, guess what I used to put those boards up into that post? Those old nails from the mines. That's right. I'd use nothing but nails just because I've got hundreds of these nails and I really needed to start using them. So all of those new boards there were those nails. Great quality nails. I also use those nails for a milking stall. That's right. I finally built a milking stall for Spot to go in every day when I milk her. It just keeps her basically from swinging left or right and knocking the milkers off of her udders and making me reset them, because that is the hardest thing for me, to set those things on our udders. I'd actually have to really train you to tell you how to do it if you've never done it. It's very hard to work one of those machines for the first time. You know, you don't know what you're doing. And a little bit of practice, anybody can do it, though. Or most people could, I'll say. This is my new method for separating cream from skim milk. I'm going to try it out. I've got this 10-gallon downspout stainless steel bucket here. I'm going to put about 10 gallons of milk in there. It's already in there. And I'm going to wait till tomorrow, probably late in the evening, and start separating all the cream out. And it's probably going to get a gallon of cream maybe. But a fairly large amount. That's why I'm doing it. Instead of just out of a little jar, I'm using this big bucket, the biggest one that I could find. I think it's going to be great because the cream rises to the top. The skim milk will come out first, and I'll collect it, give a lot of that to the animals, and then take that gallon or so of cream. Make ice cream and butter. Aaron made some ice cream the other day. It was the best ice cream I've ever had. I mean, it was so good. We put marshmallows, graham crackers, and chocolate syrup on it. We had s'mores, homemade s'mores, vanilla ice cream. Dude, come on. It was good. So I'm going to start making more ice cream. Got the dump truck stuck about 3 or 4 days ago, just because that gravel is not packed in good enough, and it's really, really soft where I live at. Y'all know, if you've tuned in for a while now, I live in a swamp. I'm constantly adding gravel, shell, anything I can to kind of prop the swamp up, just enough to drive on. Got the dump truck stuck. We spent about 2 hours pulling it out today. Me and Mr. Tommy did. We pulled it out with the dozer. Dozer, of course, had to be maintenance. Dozer's the only thing that can pull that dump truck out, especially it got stuck with a loaded shell in the back. That's several tons. Uh, so the only thing we can pull it out with is the dozer. And we didn't have a chain that was strong enough to take it. We snapped the chain on the first try. It's a nice chain. Luckily, only one link snapped, and which usually that's what happens, but it wasn't the strongest link, anyways. So it was one of the weaker links. So I was happy about that, and we can fix it. But then we put two chains on it, one on both sides, started up the dozer, and the dozer had chicken shit all over it. I've got 3 chickens, actually 2 of them now, because I locked 2 of them up, and there's 1 left now. They like to sleep on the dozer every night, and it's exhausting for me to have to chase them down and put them into the octagon. And so what I did is I locked the octagon doors today, and I put all of the chickens in there. So there's 100+ birds in the octagon, all chickens, and the chickens that were sleeping on the dozer, they were just shitting on it everywhere. I power washed inside. Uh, Got to do even more finish work tomorrow. Basically, get all the chicken shit out of the dozer, off the hood, off the seat, get squeaky clean in there. And I got to take good care of that dozer. Make sure the chickens aren't shitting on it anymore. I got to put an end to that. So, anyways, to train the chickens, I locked them in the octagon tonight. They'll be locked in there for at least 2 more weeks. I'm going to make them sleep in the octagon for 2 more weeks and forget all about sleeping on the dozer. When a chicken finds a spot to sleep, it really likes to go back there the next night. So by forcing them to stay in that cage, even though I don't like it because the cage is pretty small for 100 of them, I feed them extremely well and change the bedding every day. So they get great attention. It's kind of like VIP. They're just staying in a hotel. And the octagon is very well ventilated. And it's off the ground. They have a great view. But anyways, the truck got unstuck. So that's great. We didn't break anything. Um, I did break a different truck, the 7.3 IDI. Wouldn't start. See, we was going to send Mr. Tommy down the road to pick up some milk cows, and truck died on us once again. The old 7.3 IDI, they are there's Tucker. He's waving at me. Mr. Tommy's doing the pull of shame, and he's pulling me back in. Boy, that is what you call the pull of shame. That's when you break down. Mr. Tommy has to tractor pull you back home. Good thing is, got in safely. It's real hard to steer without that power steering. We tried to pull backwards, and without power steering, you can't steer that truck and that trailer. And we almost fell off in the ditch. So to turn around without the power steering in the truck, what we had to do is drag it in a random neighbor's field. And I'm sure he wouldn't have minded, but we didn't even ask him. We pulled in their field, did the widest roundabout we could, got turned back around because we couldn't steer. I mean, it's so hard without that engine running. You don't have any power steering, and it kind of locks up on you. But anyways, we got it back home, and I'm just tearing that IDI apart. I took off all the injector hoses, um, taking off some more stuff. I don't know if I have. I think it's injection problems. I think old hoses, and those trucks are very notoriously hard to start. The IDIs, especially in the cold, but they ought to start just fine in the summer. So something's wrong, obviously, and I'm tired of being patient. I just started tearing everything off of there. And I'm going to fix the truck, but it is going to take me some serious time. In the meantime, I had to have a work truck to go get cows and to move the cows that I've got. And I went and got Bumblebee. So Bumblebee, he was meant to be. And let me tell you why. Because he's black and yellow, and the guy was asking 14 for it. That's Aaron's favorite number. And black and yellow is Pittsburgh, and that's where she's from. So I knew the Bumblebee was meant to be. He's a F550, 7.3 power stroke with a 4-wheel drive, manual, and granny low. And AC works fine. The heat works, I believe. The brakes work. Everything on the truck works. There is a light on the dash, like the parking brake. It lights up even though the brake is not on. That's all right. I'll maybe fix that here soon. But I mean, it's the nicest truck I've had, and it was so good to be able to start a truck up and just use it reliably today. Because not only did we get the dump truck unstuck today, I also did a lot of fence work today. Um, I'm putting up a barbed wire fence because I got these 4 brown Swiss milk cows. They're beautiful cows. They're milk cows. They're highly sought after, and I run brown Swiss now. And because I love Spot so much, I went and got 4 of her little cousins and sisters and moved them over to the farm. And they're getting their own special fenced area. That's why I've been working so hard on these fences lately. Hey, we got a new segment today for Brysonomics. This is called The Bryce is Right. It's like The Price is Right, but sorry, you don't win anything. All right, so um, after my fight, I got back home, and there was this old pawn shop in town called TJ's. And I used to go to TJ's and look for old stuff like chains and wrenches and stuff. Really loved TJ's. And TJ's shut down, and now a new pawn shop went there. And I wanted to see what it was. So I went in this new pawn shop, and I was ready to look for tools and some gear and stuff like that. And hey, there was tools, there was gear, and I got some stuff. And I'm going to show y'all all the stuff that I got. And I'll give you a hint. I didn't get a great deal on it. I just paid a little bit less than what I thought market value was, but I didn't need all this stuff. Here's what I got. 2 big saws, electric chainsaw, push broom, really nice push broom, pitchfork, a really nice pitchfork, by the way, and a really nice shovel. Everything there is good quality. That's why I liked it. And it was a pretty reasonable price. The propane tank didn't come with it. I found that at a rental. A guy left it. 2 fishing poles that are in on the content. Okay. So 2 fishing poles are included in your guess here. Hey, there's a whole bunch of those crankbaits. An old Craftsman fan. I'm sorry, an old GE fan, and it works. Um, Double-sided axe, 2 downspout jars, the old school lanterns. Guys, there was some really good stuff here. Oh, and there's 2 more items up top, specialty items here. I got those ratchet straps, those 2 knives with the rainbow handle. I got those for TJ and Kyler. That those ratchet straps were part of it. That pocket Bible came with it, and it was really nice. I've been reading that a bunch. It's really handy. That frog gigging pole, I found it at a rental too. It wasn't part of it. I just want to show y'all I found that pole that same day. Okay, guys, I want to know if y'all think I got a good deal on all of this stuff or not, because sometimes the price is wrong. All right, here it comes. I paid $418 for all of this stuff, and I want to know what y'all think of that. Okay, so those 2 bow saws, because of their size, I value them at that's $100 of value. I mean, they really are. They're that big. They're for big trees, and those big blades will last a long time. They'll cut a lot of wood. Electric chainsaw, I'd say $25 at most. Shovel, another 25. Pitchfork, 25. If you're talking, and the push broom, 25. So those next 4 items get me up to 200. And I'm not saying that's a great deal, but market value, that's about what all that costs at the minimum. You know what I mean? Minimum. The pitchfork, the shovel, and the broom were brand new, hadn't been touched. Chainsaw was barely used. So I'm saying $25 a piece. Minimum to get your 5-gallon buckets. Propane tank, actually that wasn't in there. I found that free at a rental. The tenants just moved out. 2 fishing rods, okay, and the 3 lanterns. Okay, so we're up at $200 right now. The 2 fishing rods ought to be $30 a piece, so that's 60. The lanterns probably $10 a piece. That puts us at 90. The fan, I mean, you can get any type of fan now for like $25, but what makes that fan cool is that it's just that old school GE before GE got gayed out. And I really love that fan, so I bought it, and it works really well. It kind of has a hum to it that would be loud, but it's not super loud, obnoxious. It's very dangerous, though. Like, that fan will easily chop your finger off. It is solid metal, and it doesn't have a very good cage on it. So it's not something you would want to put in display on your house with kids and everything. But I would give it a $50 value minimum. $50 value. It has 3 modes on it. It's a very nice fan. Antique, actually. So that puts us from 290 to 50. To that puts us at 340. Oh, don't forget the fishing lures. Those are crankbaits. There was like a dozen something crankbaits. Usually I pay like $5 for them. They were only asking 250. So I went and bought a bunch of them. They were half price for me. I don't know what y'all pay for crankbaits, but I love them. I love crankbaits. I catch a lot of bass on them. I love catching bass. That's a good eating fish. I don't care what they say. Anyways, dozen of those, 250 a piece, 20 something, but $30. So if we were at 340, add another 30, we're around 370. It's getting close to that 420-ish range, 418 to be exact. I really needed that double-sided axe, and that would be $55 at the store minimum. That's just what they're charging at a store generally these days. The milk crate and the 2 glass water jugs, they were only $10 a piece. I thought that was a good deal because I need it for the dairy to separate the milk and the cream. But anyways, I forgot what number we're at, adding it up, like itemized like that. But I think if I got all of this stuff brand new, it would be more than $418. And then I did pretty good. But it wasn't like the best deal I've ever got in my life either. And I might not even use those saws for a long, long time. But honestly, those saws are my favorite part. And I love that axe too. I love all of those fishing poles, the lanterns. I mean, it's cool stuff. I've been using the pitchfork and the shovel a bunch, and the broom. I use it every day. So anyways, this is really cool stuff. I hope that y'all's guess was close. And I hope that you don't think I got burned on that deal. Comment below what you think, what you would have paid, and do you really think that all of those tools were worth $418 for your farm? So we're going to move on to the mailbag. It's got a bunch of questions from the fans, and I'm excited to hear from y'all. It's been a couple weeks. Let's hear what's cracking. Thoughts on using a landline and flip phone to avoid 5G? Hey, I'm with it, brother. We need to all start doing walkie-talkies. Man, I was thinking walkie-talkies would be awesome. But yeah, seriously, Garrett, it's a good idea. It's a good idea to do walkie-talkies. Just having any alternate form of communication. I think they're going to blow our phones up. I really do. I think that everybody has a phone to the point some evil people could just plant bombs in them and blow them up. I really don't like the phones, but man, now look, everybody's got a phone. It's sad. Hey, Bryce, what do you think about the post-fight speeches at UFC Freedom 250? I think mentioning of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, was great. Mauricio Hufi memorized a speech in English to spread the word of God. Multiple other fighters mentioned Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, as well. This is exactly what we need in this world of shit. Brother Moata, I agree. I couldn't agree more. It was really nice to see all of that. And boy, he beat Chandler really, really easily in that fight. And that one was kind of hard to watch because Michael Chandler just did not do good that fight. And Rufy was all over him. He sure was. And you're right, bro. Like, God is using all of this BS for his name to be glorified. They can't stop it because the best fighters, they all believe in God and Jesus. Not all of them, but a lot of them do. And I think that speaks volumes for Christianity because it strengthens the mind. It makes the man able to be a strong fighter. Is MMA a sin? Can you hurt someone for the glory of God? I don't think that MMA is a sin, but I do think that you can commit sins doing MMA. And oh man, I got a gnat in there. I have to give this milk to the chickens. Uh, the thing is, man, is that um, can you hurt someone for the glory of God? I don't know. Ask King David. You know, when he killed Goliath, ask King David when you see him in heaven. Say, hey, did you kill Goliath for the glory of God? He'll probably tell you yes. I'm going to tell you yes, you can. Now, am I hurting my opponent in a cage fight for the glory of God? Am I a good comparison to King David fighting Goliath? No, I'm not. I'm not doing what King David was doing. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that there is a time and a place to fight for something. And if this fight with the ref there is just really showing who is better skilled, because we do not intend to kill each other. And we do not intend to permanently hurt each other. We compete under a set of rules where we're most likely to all go home safely. And if the occasion happens that we get hurt, it is our fault. And that's why you sign a piece of paper saying, hey, if you die, it's your fault. And I mean, yeah, I could see why that disturbs you. And I could also see why I really like living the way that I live with the freedom that I have. I have a family I provide for, and that's how I justify it. It is extremely violent. It is not super fun to do. It is very hard work. It is not as rewarding as you would possibly think, but it is still rewarding enough to entice me to do it. There's a lot of consequences from fighting that are not good, but there's a lot of good stuff that you can do with your fight money. And that's really all that I have to say on it. We don't want to hurt each other, even though we have to fight to get paid. Wyatt Fowler, can you play us a song on guitar? Hey, I dropped a song on the members, and it's called Here Am I, and it needs some work. Y'all know I'm rusty, but I've been making y'all some songs, and thank y'all members for tuning in. And Fowler, uh, thank you so much. Hope you get to check it out. And when I get better, I'll start sharing more and more music. I still gotta knock the rust off every now and then, you know. But tell me what y'all think if y'all saw that song that I made. Yasir Adeed, he says, gay son or slut daughter. Neither. I'm gonna pick neither. Uh, there's this Bible verse right over here. I got it wrote on the wall. The just man walketh in his integrity. His children will be blessed. It didn't say his children will be gay sluts. It said his children will be blessed. I'm only a just man because I walk in my integrity, and I believe my children will be blessed. Proverbs 27. That's why I write that stuff down on the wall, just in case I forget it. Just in case somebody asks me if my son's going to get gayed out. I'm going to go to Proverbs and say, is that possible? Probably not. I'm just. I walketh in my integrity. My children will be blessed. Proverbs 27. The fighting Saxon. Bar fight breaks out, and you've got 3 UFC fighters to have your back. Who do you want? Bang, that's a good question. Josh Hokett, Sean Strickland, Justin Gaethje. It's a good combo. Come on, man. It's a good combo. John Boyce, 1636. Topuria versus Gaethje was rigged. Gaethje's gloves were loaded. No one has ever suffered so much damage in a UFC fight. 2 fractured orbitals and nose. Sure, Gaethje rearranged his faces somewhat, but what happened to Topuria was many magnitudes different and on less strikes than anything Gaethje has ever done. Well, John Boyce, I mean, I can't tell you that I know that it was rigged. I personally don't think that it was. I really think he hits that hard. And I really think that a lot of that fight, Taporia was actually moving into those punches. And I really think that's just what happens to the skin. When it gets hit that hard, it starts swelling up. And, I mean, I did see where Gaethje's thumb hit Taporia in the eye a couple times. Those are really, really bad shots. And I hate that that happened. There was eye pokes. I mean, you could argue that all day. I don't know that the gloves were loaded. I know what picture you're talking about of the little bit of a material hanging out the bottom of that glove. You know, Justin Gaethje's knocked a lot of people out. He didn't knock him out. I think he was aiming for his eyes, and he hit him. Dude, these flies are all over me. I'm about to start jacking them up. But yeah, I mean, everybody has their own opinion, and I'm not going to judge you because you think it was rigged or whatever. It's your right to think that. I personally think it was a fair fight. I think Taporia was overconfident and has never really been hurt like that. He's been dropped, but I think he was hurt. And when you get hurt like that, it actually puts you into shock. I know because I've had my eyes punched out like that in a fight. It's very, very not good when you cannot see. And I think it was natural causes. I don't think it was anything other than natural causes. But who knows? Hey, thank y'all for your questions. We're moving on to fake news now. This kid was given a pride flag and immediately threw it in the trash. That's great. Yeah, we like the real rainbows, not the gay ones. The gay ones only have 6 colors. God's rainbows have 7. Moss survived 9 months outside the International Space Station. Well, that's definitely fake. Okay. There's no oxygen. Moss needs oxygen. Think about that. But you know what? Space doesn't actually exist. That's the real kicker. Kill confirmed. Little girl prayed to God for healing. Now her scans show no brain cancer. Wow. I'm telling y'all, miracles happen all the time. It's to those who really believe. And Jesus says that to his disciples because one of them was trying to exorcise a demon but couldn't and couldn't heal a man. And Jesus said it's because you don't believe in it. And if you believe in those prayers, they will work, and God will talk to you in different ways. Canadian police announced the arrest of Air Canada pilot who used forged documents to fly passengers on Boeing 767, 777, and 787 jets. He flew for 17 years without an airline transport pilot license. Hey, more power to him. I'm not big on licenses and all of that stuff. I mean, if he never hurt nobody for that 17 years, well, hell, what did he need the license for? He clearly knew what he was doing. Aliens! Steven Spielberg says his new movie, Disclosure Day, will make Christians second guess their entire religion and God. Well, he's going to be disappointed to find out that I already know the aliens are fake and gay. Meet the robot that can do your dishes and laundry, and it costs just $20,000. Nope. I would definitely shoot that robot in the face. And remember, I've been telling y'all double lot buckshot to fight these robots. But based on their armor capabilities, we might go to slugs. Keep that in mind. It can even answer your questions, carry up to 55 pounds, run for about 4 hours, and help with daily chores like water and plants. Well, it's going to need to train more to fight me. It's going to need to be able to run, shoot, jump, not run out of battery. And honestly, I'm ready for the fight. I'm training too, Robo Demon. Musk is putting those robos on me. Come on, send them over. Fully autonomous drones have killed human soldiers for the first time. Yeah, I mean, it's going to keep happening. I think these drones might be the locusts from the book of Revelation that's just going to swarm over us for 6 months. during the tribulation. I'm just telling you, these drones are unlike anything I've ever seen. And that's why I'm talking about turkey loads in these shotguns, okay? I think turkey loads, buckshot, birdshot even. Any type of birdshot. I'm just telling you, we gotta be ready for this new type of warfare. This stuff's getting nuts. Texas confirms the first case of flesh-eating parasite in U.S. cattle. USDA sets up 12-mile quarantine zone. It says flesh-eating worm. Yeah, man, this thing is ugly. I think maybe permethrin would help. But man, you gotta have something to get you cows get them worms. You gotta have something on them. I luckily have not had this yet, thank God. And I'll be praying. I've been spraying my cows extra for flies, um, and looking for those worms. I haven't seen anything yet, but this is serious. I especially think it will affect big time farmers, not as much small farmers because my cows are a little bit more isolated. A couple orders a flock of ducklings online only to find a green dyed chicken inside. Well, I guess God wanted you to have a chicken instead. It's really nice you still got a chicken. But yeah, that's kind of upsetting because you wanted a duck. But that's all right. Chickens are great too. Pittsburgh got gayed out. What? What on earth? What is going on? I'll be damned. I'll be damned. Pittsburgh got gayed out. What the heck? No, dude, that's just one little street got gayed out. You're not gonna gay out all of Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's too badass. Steel capital of the world. Get out of here. Gay people don't work at steel mills. Oh, dude, this was really, really bad. This is my buddy Ben Eddy. Dude, he got hurt really, really bad. And I don't know if anything's broke or anything like that. I don't think so. But the type of injury that this is, man, if y'all haven't seen this video, it is. Oh, Ghostman's pulling it up. I hate watching this, but I do want to show y'all why we don't pull guard. Damn it. And me and Ben, we've trained for several years now. He's a high level black belt. We actually trained for the Kron Gracie fight. He's who helped me with all of the guard pulling stuff that Kron did. He is really, really good at pulling guard. Ben Eddy is, and I love him, man. I love hanging out with him, and he's a Eddie Bravo guy from 10th Planet, Austin. Really upsets me to see him get cheap shotted because this move is totally illegal. That's why I wasn't expecting it. Now, with this being said, I want to tell y'all, please, if you train with me or under me, or even value what little knowledge I have, do not ever put yourself in this situation. Do not ever pull guard on somebody like that you don't know when it's not training. Eddie did that to me a lot when we trained, and he probably will next time, but he can trust me. I'm not ever going to slam him like that. And please, guys, do not pull guard. Pulling guard is like, I pulled guard twice my last fight. It's for when you get knocked down, and then you pull the guard, and then you recover the guard and can wrestle up. Don't just pull guard because I'm telling y'all, if you pull it from standing up, you're letting the opponent have the opportunity to slam you. That's why I'll never do it because I'm scared of what could happen if somebody slams you just right. Anyways, pray for Ben Eddy, and let's not pull guard from that standing position, and keep him in your thoughts and prayers. We're going to move on to world news. Stuff's getting nuttier than squirrel shit. So, guys, one of the main stories I want to talk about today is a pressing issue, very urgent, and it is AI taking all the land, water, and electricity. So, AI is about to literally take all of our electricity. I know it sucks, but that's what they're going to do, or at least they're going to try to do. The U.S. data center power needs 31 gigawatts in 2025 and 66 gigawatts in 2027. So it's more than doubled in 2 years. That's crazy. The grid was not built for this. Let me give you an example. In 2021, California announced there would be no more new gas cars by 2035. Then in September 2022, California's grid operator, uh, CAISO, I'm probably not pronouncing that right, CAISO, issued statewide flex alerts asking people to conserve power from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. They told them to stop charging your electric cars because the grid couldn't handle it. Wow. And there's a picture of it, Ghost Man just pulled up. I mean, seriously, they say, hey, get your electric car. Then they tell you, do not charge your electric car. We cannot take it. These people, man, if you fell for that, you are a little bit naive. Wow. But hey, guess what? Now we got electrical vehicles, crypto mining, AI data centers. So who gets a priority when the grid gets strained? Do you think it's going to be me and my cows? Do you think it's going to be you? No, it's not. It's not going to be us. The data center is going to get priority. They're going to take all the power. Guys, it's going to really end up hurting all of us in the end. And that's the intention of it, okay? I actually have a conspiracy with this. I actually think that the energy is just getting literally dissipated all this heat and nothing is happening from it. I don't think that anything is getting processed at all. I don't believe in AI or whatever you call it. I don't believe my life has not changed in the last 2 years. I don't feel like I have more processing power, more computing, or anything like that. I don't have any more access to internet. I think if anything, my quality of internet has deteriorated in the last 2 years. I can't get a damn signal out here in this shop. But anyways, I think what's going on is they are intentionally burning up as much coal as they can and just wasting electricity, wasting copper, wasting resources, wasting water, wasting everything, wasting oil. More importantly, our time, because people are working in these useless facilities. And I think it's literally to just for the government, the people at the higher levels to take the payoffs to build the data centers. And they're using a lot of tax dollars to build the thing. I think it's all a giant scam. I think they're building these giant buildings that do nothing but waste energy. Not one single fruit is actually produced with all this power. It's literally doing nothing. Now, the other alternative, which is the only other alternative, is they're taking that power and pumping it to these big underground cities that we were talking about. And the underground, that there's so much more electricity going on. Like Elon Musk, for example, he uses electricity, I'm sure, for free all day because he has the largest mining company in the world. So Elon Musk is down digging tunnels like a rat all day. And that little rat needs a lot of power for his drills and all of that rat stuff. He needs a lot of cheese and a lot of electricity. And that rat boy is going to dig, dig, dig. And anyways, I think a lot of this electricity is going back to the government projects that are going on underground. And we can't even see where the electricity is going. But it's definitely not going to me. I'm not benefiting from it. I'm not getting any more power than I had. So, guys, the big tech is starting to act like big energy. Now they're buying up more land and actually building their own energy centers. When regular people want to build something, permits take forever. When the machine, though, needs its power, suddenly everything moves quick because the government people are getting paid out. Okay? And this will raise normal people's utility bills. Even if a tech company builds its own plant, the surrounding transmission, backup capacity, substations, water systems, and grid updates can still affect a regular ratepayer. You don't use AI, but AI is going to use you. Ain't that the truth? Chevron just signed a deal with Microsoft for a huge natural gas powered data center project in West Texas. It is planned as a 20-year dedication power supply for Microsoft's AI/data center expansion. The hypocrisy. Let me tell you something about that real quick. The same people lecturing everybody about carbon footprints are cutting deals for massive dedicated energy projects because AI needs more power. Yeah, and they're telling us, oh, your cows fart, you know, we got to kill them. No, dude, you smell like a fart. I'm going to kill you. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Kill confirmed. Yeah, they're saying natural gas and coal together are expected to meet over 40% of additional data center electricity demand through 2030. Yeah, natural gas and coal, guys, that's how everything is powered. I don't care what anybody says. It's natural gas and coal. And guess what? Nuclear power, most of that is natural gas and coal as well. Uh, there is some of that plutonium or uranium. I could explain nuclear physics another day for you, okay? But they're even using coal in that. Okay, basically everything is steam powered. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. Everything is steam powered or natural gas. It's burned and it's probably producing steam and everything is steam powered. Basically, I mean, I don't know how else to tell you. So they don't want me driving my IDI, but it's fine for them to burn all this coal and destroy the rivers and do everything bad for the environment for their data centers. The hypocrisy never ends, and it's actually quite laughable. I'm rather glad that they will stand before God and be judged. I will be too. And I've been repenting a lot, and I've been trying to live the best I can. I certainly am not a hypocrite like these brood of vipers and fools. Hey, they told you use paper straws while they're using gas plants for RoboCops. Come on, man. This stuff ain't right. This stuff ain't right. They're making evil robots to come kill us. I'm not stupid. What do you think? I wouldn't see the robots coming? Come on, man. Thank all y'all for tuning in. I know that all of y'all are with me. We're all linked in the spirit out there. Let the force be strong with you. The force of the Holy Spirit. It is something that you can control, that you can summon and you can use. And stay focused, stay motivated, and God bless y'all. I love you and thank you.